Hello, everyone, and welcome.
Welcome.
Yes. All right. Welcome to the Challenge A second semester Harry Potter house sorting.
Woo!
Here we go.
Here we go.
We're going to sort all the main characters from the books that you would read in the exposition part of Challenge A, second semester.
Yep.
Also, if you're wondering why I look and sound a lot different since the first semester video,
we will be sorting Challenge A Semester 1 book characters into Hogwarts Houses.
there was a good 1 year gap between, so I actually just finished first semester of Challenge B. Sweet. Alright, I'll draw. Okay. We got Crispin.
Okay, what book are you from again?
Crispin and the Cross of Lead.
No way.
And this is actually my favorite book. Okay. 3,
2,
2,
1. Gryffindor.
Okay.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously. Alright, he's very brave. He, goes to save Bear, and he runs away, and
He's also super arrogant and kind of full of himself,
Oh.
so he just, he's a Gryffindor.
Yeah, okay. Whatever. Next name.
Alrighty. Into the hat, reach in, find their destiny.
Okay. Catherine Cabot Hall.
Ooh. Okay.
So, Catherine... Nothing happened. Okay.
Okay, so we drew who again?
Catherine Cabot Hall from The Gathering of Days.
Yes.
Okay.
The Gathering of Days. It's a really good book. I don't get why people don't like that one. I get that it's a journal, but it's like a really pretty journal with like a lot of heart.
I personally, I think it's a good book, but I personally just don't like journal books.
The guys
in a book club I was in, we read, there was a 4-book series that we read, and it was called the Track series, and it was about these 4 main characters, and each book would look from that character's perspective, then continuing the story, and I was very disappointed because, book 3 was, a journal one, and I don't know, I did not like it as much as the others.
Okay, well, I think I know where I'd put her. Do you know?
Yeah.
Alright.
I think so.
3, 2, 1.
Hufflepuff. You see? Yeah. Okay, because, she helped, she was always kind to people. She always helped around the house, and she helped, kitcheny things. Or
No, she's super sweet.
Yeah.
She's super kind, and she's very loyal to everyone around her.
She helps Curtis.
Yeah, and she's, really sad that she's lost her mom. So, it takes her a while to warm up to her stepmother because she's loyal to her mother. Even though her stepmother is great, she just takes some time to warm up to people because she's super loyal.
Yes.
And she loves those around her. Yeah.
All right.
Basically, she's amazing, like all Hufflepuffs.
Oh, okay. Whatever. They're a bit huffly and puffy.
I mean, the fewest dark wizards, witches and wizards have come out of the Hufflepuff house, so,
What? I mean... okay.
It's kind of the best house.
We really got to keep in there. All right. Oh, we got everyone's least favorite, Robin from The Door in the Wall.
Come on.
The wall... Wait, no, what is it called? The Door in the Wall?
Yeah,
what is it?
Yes. It's something like
the wall
that.
With the door.
We'll add the right name at the bottom of the screen. It'll be fine. It's right here.
Okay. The Door in the Wall. It's like, oh, there's a door in the wall.
Yeah, but he's pretty cool. I think he's kind of nice.
Okay. It's pretty nice, but I feel like The Door in the Wall was the not as good version of Crispin and the Cross of Lead.
Okay.
I feel like if they had changed a couple things, it could have been the exact same book, and I would have loved it.
No, but Robin's thing is he can't walk. He's been sick. It's a different deal.
It is a different deal.
He's got different struggles. He's got different life struggles. He's a noble still, and his parents are still high up. He hasn't lost all. He hasn't lost everything. He just can't walk, and he kind of gets stuck on this crazy adventure.
I think this book is a lot like The Secret Garden, which we'll cover. Or Robin is a lot like Mary at the beginning from The Secret Garden.
Yeah. We'll do Mary in a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty. So ready?
Yeah.
3, 2,
1, Gryffindor.
Ravenclaw.
Ooh, okay. I thought
Wait.
Gryffindor because he's like very, I don't know, he's very like, I don't know, like he lets his emotions kind of fly. Like, you know, like how Harry, like, he gets angry. You know, I feel like that's somewhat a trait of Gryffindors. Like, they get
Anger, yeah.
anger,
They have anger issues.
very, like, but like looking at Harry and Ron, and like Harry and Ron would always be like, they would sometimes split up, and Hermione and Ron would sometimes split up. You know, like they get into
Yeah, but I
fights
think
a lot.
Robin's thing though is he's very smart.
Mhm.
He is very clever. He's not like
Yeah.
clever to the point of like using it only to his own advantage, like a Slytherin would.
Yeah.
But he's very smart. He is brave, so I can see why you would, or can see why you'd put him in Gryffindor. But I think in the end, he's a
Yeah.
Ravenclaw. He's very clever. He's very smart, and he like goes after knowledge and does what he thinks is right. But I think he's a Ravenclaw.
Okay. Leave a comment who you think is right. Okay. All right. Mary Lennox. Whew. Okay, Mary Lennox. I need a minute to think about this because I'm still not sure entirely what. You go off ranting about the book and Mary Lennox from The Secret Garden, by the way.
Yeah. The Secret Garden, I think, when I first read it, I'm trying to think back to Challenge A, I do remember enjoying it. I did enjoy it, especially by the end. I thought it was a very sweet book. I think at some parts I thought it was slow going. I always find when books are more slow going, I do tend to not like them quite as much. I had big trouble with The Hobbit because of that. But I did really enjoy it, and I thought it was a sweet and interesting story. She starts off as like a really stuck-up brat, but then she ends up like beating another stuck-up brat, and like they kind of like rub off on each other, and it's kind of like two rocks like wearing each other down like sandpaper against sandpaper, eventually creating something that's smooth and nice and like that you want to hang around. So I don't know. I think I liked her by the end, and I liked the story. I enjoyed it. It was just like at certain points like kind of slow going.
Okay. I have my pick, but not entirely certain, you know. All right, this
I think
because
I really debated with her
yeah.
between two houses.
Yes. 2 houses.
And I think I'm gonna stick with what I love. So, you ready?
Okay. Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Slytherin.
Slytherin. Hey!
Yeah.
Hufflepuff was.
No,
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking Hufflepuff.
I was-
Goodness, no. I was
okay.
thinking Gryffindor.
All right.
That's the other one.
I was thinking Hufflepuff because like she becomes a nice person by the end.
Okay, but I mean,
I get it.
Hufflepuffs are
Yeah,
nice
I know.
people, but if
I know.
you're a nice person, that doesn't immediately make you a Hufflepuff.
I know, but like she like actively like is very. I don't know.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
But I
She
did hit
is-
the right answer though.
She is, but she's like,
Mhm.
she's very clever, and she does kind of go for like self-power, and like the things she does, even that are kind of nice, once in a while, are, like very self-benefiting in
Yeah.
a sense. Like, so just a lot of things she does. She's not a bad person, and she's not a bad character, but she definitely is a Slytherin. Not all Slytherins are bad.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Not all Slytherins are bad. The Malfoy redemption arc should have been a thing. I am mad that that did not happen.
That could have
like,
been cool.
The fact that. All right. So this is our one wild card one where it's actually not a main character,
Ooh.
kind of. It's Bear, also from the Crispin and the Cross of Lair. Of course I put. I really love Crispin and Bear. All right, the reason why I love Crispin and the Cross of Blood so much is that it fooled me so much. You know, like Umbridge from Harry Potter, like authors can just make these characters, or like Snape, like that you just hate, right?
Mhm.
And that's what it starts to do with Bear at the beginning, like, ugh, this guy, he's like tricking him, and like, but like it totally does a whole 180 where it gets you to start hating him, but then it changes those emotions into like a love for this character, and I'm like, it's just amazing.
I hadn't thought too much about this character, but I think I know what my pick is.
I know what my pick is. 3, 2, 1.
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor. Yeah. I was reading my notes about him from a year ago when I wrote, like for this whatnot, and it was interesting because, one, I wrote that he was a mix of Hagrid and one of the Weasley twins, and 2, I actually originally said Hufflepuff for some reason. I must have been
Well, I
like,
can see it.
like he was a very kind and
See,
loyal
yeah,
guy.
I would say like maybe he does have a lot of Hufflepuff traits of like he is very loyal and he's very kind to those around him and he's like risks his life for people.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in the end
Yeah.
he is a Gryffindor
He is a
because
Gryffindor.
even though like it's partially like the way the story's being told in that world, like yeah, you're gonna have people like that who are very kind but also kind of have to be tricky because you never know who's gonna like turn out to stab you in the back, like
Mhm.
and what's gonna happen, especially since he's helping like kind of lead a resistance almost, like he's kind of
Yeah.
like on this other side thing. But yeah, I think he's very kind and loyal like a Hufflepuff in some ways, but in the end he is a Gryffindor because of the way he like acts and he goes and does crazy brave
Mhm.
things. And in many ways his cause it was most important to him and like certain things like that.
I totally agree.
Alright.
All right, last name. Here we go. I know what it is.
I do too. I love it.
Daniel from the Bronze Bow.
Woo!
Not sure if you could see it. Maybe we'll have a little.
I really liked the Bronze Bow.
I didn't too. I don't know. I had mixed feelings about the Bronze Bow where I enjoyed
Really?
it. Yeah, I had like
I loved it.
on like certain. All right, here's the thing: is that I did really enjoy it. All right, but then there was also parts where I was like, Daniel, what are you doing? I'm like, why would you
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know. I think for me, I found the book quite fun, and it was like kind of cool to like
Mhm.
once in a while like see kind of like and Jesus is there, and
I
it's like
know.
oh yeah, like and kind of getting the idea of like putting like Jesus's teaching and like what he was doing into the context of like the like having to take that step back and be like here's what it's just like from like a person and their perspective and like Jesus like should have maybe been more of a main character but he like also was just like there and like it's kind of
Mhm.
like oh like this is how people are like hearing about him in a sense and interacting with him in like a little bit and that
Mhm.
idea of like oh and like this is kind of like what people were seeing and hearing kind of getting that other perspective and then also I just thought Daniel was really cool like
Yeah.
he did want to like fight for his freedom but then in the end he was willing to like sacrifice everything because his
Yeah,
sister needed him
Mhm.
like so
I
yeah,
do. Yeah,
I don't know.
do really think the way they used Jesus in the book. Like what I found interesting is like it's kind of like this is what we see from the Bible, right?
Mhm.
But this is probably what like your modern people
Yeah,
might have
it's
been thinking, right?
somebody's idea of like what it
Like-
would look like and it's not like gospel truth either it's
Yeah.
just like an idea
It's an
It's just
idea.
like-
It's an interesting thought bubble. All right, do you have it?
yeah
3,
two
2, 1.
Hufflepuff.
Gryffindor. Ooh, Hufflepuff. All right. I can kind of see it because he goes down to help his sister and whatnot.
Mhm.
But at the same point, he leaves his grandmother and sister for 4 years or something, right?
Yeah, see, that's why I was originally leaning towards Gryffindor because of that. Of I don't think a Hufflepuff would just up and leave their family, but I think he is a Hufflepuff because he believed in the cause he was fighting for. That he was going to help free Israel, and he was
That's a good
very
point.
loyal to his country, and that's what got him to go do that. But as soon as he found out that they weren't doing okay, he felt like horrible for leaving. It seemed to me, and he like stuck around and he took care of him. He didn't like just sell her off or like
Mhm.
try to do something else. Like he stuck around
Yeah.
and he helped and he took care of her.
But but I feel like he still went off and put together that band of like other rebels,
yeah,
right?
because
like,
he was still loyal to like wanting
Well,
to fight,
yeah.
and he realized that the person he had been loyal to wasn't actually
Mhm.
loyal to the same cause he was. So he shifted his focus. Like he was loyal to a cause, not so much to a person.
But I feel like in a couple ways that he was a lot like Harry in the sense that like I don't know, just the way he was like because
Mhm.
Harry's very loyal to Dumbledore, right?
It's
Like
true.
and he's like a very kind person, but like at the end of the day he's like very brave and like Daniel I feel like is the type of person who would be like no, it's like
See,
but
I
at
don't
the
know
end
because like Daniel's like Harry is loyal to kind of a cause and kind of a person, but like Daniel is like irrevocably loyal to like a person if you really trust them and loves
Mhm.
them, and he's like, that's it. Like I will do anything for you, and like he does have this cause he's fighting for that he's very loyal to, but like to a degree, I feel like Harry would put his cause above the person, whereas Daniel would always put the person above the cause.
All right, that's fair. I will say this though about these sorting things that we do is I feel like it's a lot harder to make a case to put somebody in Gryffindor because of the fact that like Hufflepuffs, they like I feel like most houses have like two kind of like things. Like Hufflepuffs are loyal and kind.
Yeah.
Those are two different things. Slytherins are like ambitious and sneaky, right?
Yeah.
Those are like two different things.
Oh, maybe kind of sneaky.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. But like the literal things it says on the Wizarding World app is Gryffindor is brave and courageous. And I'm like, it's essentially the same thing.
They're similar, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like if you looked up like the definitions for brave and courageous, both words would be used in their definitions. Anyways, that was the sorting.
Yeah, leave a comment if you think we got one of them wrong or if you agree with us.
Please like and share.
And subscribe.
Exactly. Bye.
Woo!
Woo!